Rupee settlement. Trade settlement in rupees. The Reserve Bank of India coming out to allow the invoicing and payments for international trades in rupees, potentially facilitating greater bilateral business with Russia that is facing a wide range of Western sanctions and is virtually cut off from the standard cross-border payment platforms. So, the growth of global trade with emphasis on exports from India to support increasing interest of the global trading community in Indian rupees. India's widening trade gap between the exports and imports also caused the rupee to lately slide to lifetime lows against the dollar, exacerbating the threat of imported inflation in a country that relies on overseas shipment for meeting nearly 4/5 of its annual motor fuel demand. The central government on Monday also, the Reserve Bank is allowing the companies, the importers and exporters to settle their payments in Indian rupees. The government dismissed worries about India's external debt, saying out of India's total external liability of $627 billion, the central share is only $130 billion. So this is a small amount within the purview of regulation or control of the Indian economy. This allowing rupee trade in settlement in rupees will reduce the dependence or reduce the demand for foreign exchange available with the Indian government. With this rupee settlement, the Indian government can save up to $36 billion every year. May widen scope for such trades with other countries in region, ease pressure on exchange rate. With the introduction of India settlement in Indian rupees, the scope for trading with other regional countries also will improve, and also the pressure on dollar exchange rate also will reduce, and Indian rupee will also be started accepting in other countries or sometimes globally also other countries. The launch of international trade in Indian rupees could lead to annual savings up to $30 to $36 billion in hard currency and widen the scope for such trades with the countries in the region, easing pressure on the exchange rate and exports. With this permission allowing to settle the trade settlement in Indian rupees will save $30 to $36 billion per annum, and also will reduce pressure on foreign exchange rates. When a country faces a record high current account deficit, such rupee denominated trades with select countries save dollar outflows on account of imports. Indian current account deficit is very high, and that can be reduced if the payments are allowed to be, the trade payments are allowed to be settled in Indian rupees. That will reduce the pressure on demand for foreign exchange in dollars. Rupee settlement opens India's trade with Russia. In April and May, exports 0.25 billion, imports 5.03 billion. Exports are 0.25 billion, imports are 5.03 billion. This can potentially reduce India's hard currency outflow of extent of $3 billion per month. So, by reducing the pressure on foreign exchange of dollars, payment through dollars, the settlement made through Indian rupees can reduce India's hard currency outflows to the extent of $3 per month. Also provide Russia with Indian national rupee currency reserves to be invested in Indian assets. Also, the Russia can invest the Indian national rupees accepted as assets, as investments in India. This is one of the advantage of allowing to accept the Indian national rupee as a settlement, as a mode of settlement for international trade.